Tower Fall by 11 STEM 1 Group 8. Culminating performance test submitted by Castillo Allison May, Demetita Rachel Roland, Engson Sachi Allison, Espante Irish May, Martinez Nathaniel, and Oganya Renalita Rangel.
Have you ever heard the theory that people will be able to walk on water if they have a body of oil? Well, our experiment, Density Tower Fall, tackles why is that theory even a thing. But first, let us explain what our experiment is. Density Tower Fall is simply putting water, syrup, and oil in a glass or a see-through cup and dropping random things in the cup to observe which layer it would sink and which layer it would float. A density column is a container of liquid stacked in layers. The layers stay up separate because each substance has a different density from the others. In other words, heavy liquids have more mass or matter per unit of volume than lighter liquids. Even though our experiment is simple and fun, we still need to follow safety precautions before, during, and after the experiment. The reason is that safety is one of the most needed things upon experimenting because raw materials and chemical reactions can be very hazardous to one person and can cause destruction in one's workplace. So, let us tackle the world of safety and precaution as a scientist.
As a students, aspiring medically inclined professionals and scientists, we are always faced with complexity and danger whenever we experiment. In that case, join us on our exciting adventure tackling safety handling and this amazing experiment we are about to show you. We have created an MSDS for you to be able to know what kind of chemical you are dealing with in experimenting, how to assess the danger, and how to properly dispose of the chemicals. This material safety data sheet will provide you with everything that you need to know on how to finish your experiments safely and how to conduct your experiment feasibly. This will not only be beneficial to your health, but also to your surroundings. So, let's proceed to explore the world of science conveniently with the help of MSDS and also talk about the risk and utilization of materials and ingredients. You have to remember that chemistry is like cooking. Don't just lick the spoon.
Conducting density column tower fall using different substances of liquid offers benefits such as exploring scientific concepts, hands-on learning, developing critical thinking skills, increasing scientific curiosity, potential practical application, inspiring creativity and innovation, fostering collaboration and communication, and providing personal enjoyment through witnessing the fascinating transformation of the liquid to solid. The purpose of this experiment is to understand the meaning of and significance of density of a substance. Density is a basic physical property of homogeneous substances. It is an extensive property which means it depends only on the substance composition and does not vary with size or amount. However, these benefits come with a twin, the evil one. We must watch these hazards like a hawk to be able to finish the experiment safely and feasibly.
The use of raw materials in experiments can possess a risk to a person's safety. Improperly handled chemicals or raw materials can lead to many and even dangerous outcomes, including the release of hazardous gases, ignitions leading to fires and explosions. These reactions can result in death and injuries, inflict damage or property, and have significant impacts on the environment. In certain circumstances, basis ingredients like food coloring, one of the ingredients in doing denser than you think, have the potential to irritate our eyes, skin, and even our respiratory system. So, we have worked hard on handling even the most basic ingredients. If we handle it properly, this material can cause health risk ranging from irritation, sensitization, and corrosion and explosiveness. However, raw materials not only affect an individual but also their surroundings. This can result in terrible things to our surroundings that can be as bad as their effect on a person, such as the damage of the work vicinity. Raw materials and chemicals reaction can disrupt the workplace through safety hazards, environmental damage, infrastructure deterioration, health concerns, regulatory issues, increased costs, quality control problems, wage management challenge, supply chain vulnerabilities, and long-term sustainability risks. Managing these factors is crucial for a safety, efficient, and sustainable work environment.
Improper handling or storage of raw materials in a research facility can lead to spills, leaks, and fires, posing immediately safety risks to demand personnel and causing damage to facilities infrastructure. For example, if we were to be careless in handling the oil and would let leak out, it would pose an environment challenge because it would lead to the facility getting all slippery and greasy. If that were to ever happen, we would have to clean the vicinity and pay for things that the oil had ruined, like pipes. After all of the safety precautions during the experiment, we would still need to monitor the improper disposal of finished products and raw materials can lead to environmental problems. For example, we must monitor where we must dispose of the finished product because if ever we were to dispose of it in the drainage, it may lead to blockage in the pipes because of the grease and the oil.
A commonly utilized physical characteristic of matter is density. Even if you are unaware of it, you have undoubtedly previously used density in one of its significant real-world applications. Density is commonly used to determine an object's ability to float on water. When the density of an object is lower than that of water, it will float. When it is lower than water, it will sink. For example, ships can float because of their air-filled ballast tanks, which reduce the ship's density by supplying vast amounts of low mass. This decreased density allows the ship to float in addition to the buoyant force that the water applies to it. Submarines empty their ballast tanks to descend below the water surface. This could also distribute it in oil spills because oil is less thick than water. It flows like ships do, yet unlike ships, oil doesn't need any particular equipment. Even while oil spills harm the environment, cleaning is facilitated by oil's buoyant nature. Crucial use of density in the actual world is in fluid movement via pipes. Density forms the foundation for various processes such as gold mining, blood separation, strawberry DNA extraction, and even layered towers. It can also be used as fun experiment in our household, generally referred as to fluid motion lamps. These devices gained popularity in the 1970s and offer a captivating demonstration of density and buoyancy in action. As the oozing goo blobs change shapes and move up and down, these lamps are made out of water container with an organic oily liquid that is colored and does not mix with the water, forming a second phase. All things considered, although oil and water have different densities, we cannot walk on water like Jesus did.
The word easy in the world of chemistry will always be linked to safety. So our density tower experiment is truly fascinating in all of its ways. From its benefits that can develop your learning and skills in the world of science, although this may all be fun and games, this experiment is all exposed to dangers and hazards that can affect humans and their surroundings. That's why we need to have enough understanding of the experiment we are about to conduct, not only for our safety, but also so we can do it easily. Yet, this could be truly one-shot risk because of how they contribute to us. This experiment allows us to understand the complex of liquids.
To bring this to an end, Chemistry is a mystery of chemicals, and chemists are the detectives who solves this mystery.
Denser than you think!